Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and today we are going to discuss the most important economic terms from the Union Budget 2021. UPSC at times targets the most important terms which are highlighted in the budget every year. So that is why picking up the previous year question papers and analyzing them, we have created this class for all of you, wherein we are going to understand the different economic terms from the Union Budget this year. The meaning of these economic terms have to be understood by you because questions both in prelims and mains, even in economics optional, can be framed from these terms. So the PDF of the lecture will be uploaded Telegram channel. क्लास का PDF Telegram channel पर upload हो जाएगा. The link is given below in the description box. Let's start the class without any delay. Before we start with the class, here's a small announcement for all of you. Unacademy has launched NCERT batches for UPSC CSE preliminary examination, which is starting from today, that is 1st of February. How to get this iconic subscription? You can download the Unacademy's learning app. आप Unacademy का learning app download कर सकते हो. Then you have to register or sign in on the app. Select the goal as UPSC CSE, GS, select iconic and choose the duration which suits you the best. Then enter the referral code Sharma20 and get 10% instant discount. Okay, so the link of these NCERT batches that is starting from today has been given below in the description box. Do not forget to subscribe today because all the classes are starting from today. I am also taking Science and Tech class 6th to class 12th NCERTs from the perspective of prelims. Let's start the class without any delay. We have taken the important announcement for all of you as well. तो क्लास को शुरू करते हैं बिना किसी डिले के. Do not forget to take your subscription today itself. So when we talk about the budget, Union Budget is also known as Annual Financial Statement, and it is presented by Union Finance Minister. ठीक है, every year 2016 से हर साल 1 फरवरी को यूनियन बजट को अनाउंस किया जाता है, प्रेजेंट किया जाता है यूनियन मिनिस्टर के द्वारा. ठीक है, and it has the financial bill and appropriation bill that are supposed to be passed in the Indian Parliament before April 1. So here two kinds of bills also you have to study, appropriation bill, okay, and your financial bill. So when we talk about Union Budget, the article over here is, the guiding article is 112 of the Indian Constitution. And this budget, according to this article, is also known as Annual Financial Statement, which gives you an estimate of the receipt and the expenses done in a particular year by the government. That is the purpose of this annual financial statement. So it encompasses the receipt and the expenditure of Indian government, and the information of CFI, the Contingency Fund, public accounts is also provided in the annual financial statement. So let us first understand what are the types of central government funds, then only we can move further. तभी उसके बाद हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. So there are basically three kinds of funds of the central government. Consolidated Fund of India, regulated by Article 266. Contingency Fund of India, regulated by Article 267. Public Accounts of India, regulated by Article 266. So these are the three kind of funds which are a part of your government budgeting system. Now let us understand each one of these. Let's start with the Consolidated Fund of India. So basically, this is the most important of all the accounts of government because here it is, this fund is filed by direct and indirect taxes, the loans taken by Indian government. Then there are returning of the loans also. If the government has taken a loan, that will also be filed in this fund, Consolidated Fund of India, and return of loans interest also will be deposited in it. And the government meets all this expenditure, all the expenditure of the government is met during by the Consolidated Fund of India. तो गवर्नमेंट के जो भी एक्सपेंडिचर्स होंगे, खर्चे होंगे, वो कंसोलिडेटेड फंड ऑफ इंडिया से ही पूरे किए जाते हैं. द गवर्नमेंट नीड्स ऑल इट्स एक्सपेंडिचर्स फ्रॉम दिस फंड, एंड द गवर्नमेंट आल्सो नीड्स पार्लियामेंट्री अप्रूवल टू विड्रॉ मनी फ्रॉम दिस फंड. दिस इज अगेन इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर प्री. ये आपका प्री के लिए टॉपिक इम्पोर्टेंट है कि गवर्नमेंट को हर यूसेज के लिए इस फंड से पार्लियामेंट्री अप्रूवल लेना जरूरी है. Provision for this fund is given in Article 266, and each state can have its own consolidated fund. This is very important. ये काफी important है that each state can have its own consolidated fund of the state with similar provisions. And who will audit these funds? कौन इनको investigate करेगा? Comptroller and Auditor General of India, who is also known as CAG. This is the Consolidated Fund of India. So over here you will see that हर स्टेट के पास अपना कंसोलिडेटेड फंड रहेगा और CAG उसको ऑडिट करेगा. अब यहाँ पर आता है Contingency Fund of India. Now here you have to remember for prelims that Article 267 subsection 1 of the Constitution of India provides this kind of talks about Contingency Fund and its corpus is rupees 500 crores. अब यहाँ पर इस फंड को किसके अंडर रखा जाता है? This fund is kept under the Secretary, Finance Ministry holds this fund on behalf of President of India. तो President of India के behalf पर this fund is maintained by the Secretary of Finance Ministry. And this fund is used to meet unexpected or unforeseen expenditure. See, government expenditure, it is used, the CFI is used, right? Direct, indirect taxes, returning of loans, etc. But unexpected, unforeseen expenditures are taken from contingency. Contingency word का मतलब ही unforeseen होता है, ठीक है? So each state can have its own contingency fund. अब आता है public accounts of India. तो यहाँ पर कौन सा आर्टिकल आएगा? आर्टिकल 266 subsection 2 of the Constitution and all the other public money other than those covered under the Consolidated Fund of India. यानी कि Consolidated Fund of India के अलावा जो भी public money है, ठीक है, which is received और by on behalf of Indian government, they are credited to this account or fund. इस अकाउंट में डाल दिया जाता है पब्लिक मनी के अलावा जो पैसा गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया रिसीव करती है, ठीक है. दिस इज मेड अप ऑफ बैंक सेविंग्स अकाउंट of ministries, national small savings fund, defense fund, then we have national investment fund, national calamity contingency fund, provident fund, postal insurance and all the similar kind of funds, and it is also audited by the CAG, that is Comptroller Auditor General of India. Okay, so in short you will see that this is Consolidated Fund of India, Contingency and Public Account of India. Income over here is taxes and non-tax revenue. Here it has a fixed income to 500 crore rupees corpus. Here public money other than those which are included in Consolidated Fund. Here all expenditures are covered. Here only unforeseen expenditure, and here public money other than those under the Consolidated Fund. Parliamentary authorization is required in Consolidated Fund of India. It is required in Contingency Fund of India, but not required in the Public Account of India. Okay, and articles of Constitution you have studied 266(1), 267(1) and 266(2). These are the articles. So this is a summary of 3 types of funds that we have studied so far. Okay. Now let us understand the important terms in the budget. Revenue, that is the receipt, revenue receipt and revenue expenditure. So what is revenue receipt? The receipt which is received which cannot be recovered by the government. That means income which is collected by the government through tax and non-tax sources. For example, interest पे dividend मिलना, interest etc. तो taxable और non-taxable sources से जो revenue मिलता है government को वो revenue receipt है. And revenue expenditure, expenditure incurred by union government for purpose other than for the creation of physical or financial assets. So other than creation of, because that will incur or that will come under the capital expenditure, right? तो अगर आप कोई financial asset या जैसे कि कोई railways या फिर highways नहीं बना रहे हो, other than the financial assets or physical assets, if you are spending the money, that is revenue expenditure. Example can be the expenditure which can be incurred for smooth functioning of departments, right, or grants given to the states. These are revenue expenditure. Okay, यहाँ तक point clear हो गया. Now capital receipt and capital expenditure. So receipts which generate liability or decrease financial assets, these are capital receipt. जो liability generate करे या आपकी financial assets को कम करे. Just for example, loans received from foreign government, ठीक है, or any international organization, or repayment of the loan which is granted by union government. And what is capital expenditure? Which creates physical or financial possessions. For example, purchasing any land by the government or purchasing equipment for any infrastructure development, ठीक है, or expenditure done on shares by the government, that is capital expenditure. Okay, so then we have corporation tax, which is the tax on profit of the companies. Companies जो profit generate करती है उस पे जो tax लगता है वो corporation tax कहलाया जाता है. Then we have direct tax, taxes which are imposed directly on individual and company. It comprises income tax and corporation tax. Then indirect tax, taxes which are imposed on goods and services. It comprises taxes like service tax, excise tax and custom duties. Then we have fiscal policy, policy of the government, ठीक है, that means expenditure level और country की economy को जो policies influence करे वो fiscal policy कहलाती है, ठीक है. Then revenue deficit, एक्स्ट्रा एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ गवर्नमेंट ओवर द रेवेन्यू रिसीट्स, जितनी इनकम आ रही है उससे ज्यादा का खर्चा है तो वो डेफिसिट हो जाता है. फिजिकल डेफिसिट, डिफरेंस बिटवीन टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ गवर्नमेंट एंड इट्स टोटल रिसीट. इसमें बोरोइंग को इंक्लूड नहीं करेंगे. ठीक है, दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर प्री. द डिफरेंस बिटवीन रेवेन्यू एंड फिजिकल डेफिसिट. प्राइमरी डेफिसिट, फिजिकल डेफिसिट माइनस इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट इज इक्वल टू प्राइमरी डेफिसिट. Okay. So these were the important terms related to the Union Budget 2021 that we discussed. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you really enjoyed it, do let me know in the comment section, and do not forget to like the video, share the video and subscribe. And also new batches are starting from today, 1st of February. We are going to cover economy NCERTs also, class 6 to class 12. तो अगर आप इंटरेस्टेड हो, आप ये एक्सपर्ट बैचेस को ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. ऑल दी एनसीईआरटीज कंप्लीट 1 year batch, 2 year batch, all of them are starting from today. You can use this code Sharma20 to get 10% discount also. The link is given below in the description box. Thank you.